Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the mire in Marquette closes for a brief period after a lightning strike causes a fire. We'll add the details. Plus, Congressional 1st District candidate Callie Barr campaigns in the Copper Country over the weekend. And lawmakers are racing against the clock, with GOP leaders pushing a $95 billion spending plan to boost defense, support farmers, and secure elections, but not everyone's on board. We'll have the latest live from Washington, D.C. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, welcome back from your time off. You seem to have come at the perfect time. What is going on with the weather right now?
Yeah, Kevin, good evening. We were dealing with those poor air quality issues last week, and we're kind of shifting gears, and things have changed pretty quickly. The skies have been darkening, and we have been seeing severe thunderstorm warnings and now tornado warnings popping up over the last 20 to 30 minutes or so. So we have a few different areas of concern, and especially all of those areas under that tornado warning. We're seeing severe storms either capable of producing a tornado or there may be one already. You don't have to wait for that confirmation. If you do have that area with a tornado warning, you need to make sure to take shelter. This one into north central Marquette County is through 6:30 Eastern time, and we have two more tornado warnings down into Dickinson and Iron County, and also through southern Marquette County. This is until 6:15 Eastern time. So again, if you're under this tornado warning, make sure to get into a sturdy building, take shelter immediately, and I'll have more on your forecast and update on these storms coming up later in the show.
Kelly, thank you very much. The Marquette Mire is back open to the public after the store was struck by lightning earlier today. Around 10:30 this morning, a loud boom was heard by those inside, followed by the building's water flow alarms. The lightning strike had led to a small electrical fire, quickly responded to by Chocolate and Marquette Township Fire Departments. Radio reports mention the fire was found near the store's break room. Staff evacuated customers and closed the building while continuing a safety assessment after the fire was extinguished and the store reopened after about 2 hours. WZMQ 19 will stay up to date as more information becomes available. New today out of Newberry, police are investigating a homicide that occurred yesterday evening. At about 7:15, Lewis County Sheriff's deputies responded to a reported stabbing at a residence on East John Street. When they arrived, a 47-year-old male victim said he had been assaulted by a 21-year-old male. Deputies then found another victim in the yard suffering from multiple stab wounds. That victim, a 40-year-old male, was pronounced dead at the scene. The 47-year-old was transported to a hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The 21-year-old suspect was taken into custody without further incident. The investigation remains ongoing, and anyone with information about the stabbing is asked to contact the Lewis County Sheriff's Office. Weeks ahead of the August 4th primary election, 1st Congressional District hopeful Callie Barr brought her campaign to the Copper Country last night. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has more.
On a record-breaking Democratic campaign, Barr took to the Calumet Theater last night, joined by former district seat holder and UP resident Bart Stupak, who contributed a strong endorsement to her campaign in June.
This is someone who showed up for the district for over 2 decades. You know, whether you agreed with him or not, he was here. He was direct. He met with folks, and he was the gold standard for what it means to show up. And so I'm incredibly honored that he sees that same grit and determination in this congressional race to show up for the people of Upper and Northern Michigan.
Serving in Michigan's 1st Congressional District from 1993 to 2011, Stupak says holding similar events allowed him to connect and understand the people he serves.
My 18 years, I did town hall meetings all the time. It was the best way to stay informed. I think I averaged like 26 town hall meetings a year, and they help shape your opinion and policies in Congress.
As for record-breaking, Barr's team recently reported more than $442,000 raised in the latest fundraising quarter, with more than $571,000 cash on hand. These numbers haven't been met before by a Democrat running for the 1st District.
This spans all across a district, which is one of the largest congressional districts in the United States. And that just goes to the strength of this campaign, the momentum we're feeling, the contributions from individuals who are ready to take this seat back. For us, I am not funded by corporations. This is 100% a people-powered grassroots movement.
Barr is one of 3 Democrats running for Michigan's 1st Congressional District against Republican incumbent Jack Bergman and 2 others running on the other side of the aisle. Reporting in Calumet, Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
It's a high-stakes sprint on Capitol Hill, with House lawmakers set to leave Washington for a 5-week August recess on Friday. House Republicans are racing to pass a sweeping $95 billion spending package that pairs national security funding with one of President Trump's top legislative priorities, election integrity. WZMQ 19 News Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill. Brendan, good evening. This week could be one of the last chances for House Republicans to get this done. What can you tell us?
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to you. Yeah, well, after Friday, the House is gone for 5 weeks. They won't be back here on Capitol Hill until late, very late August. And as we know, it can be very difficult to get things done and advanced and signed into law here in Washington a month or even 2 months before the elections, those November midterm elections. So this really could be the last chance, many House Republicans tell me, to get this budget framework that they have across the finish line and done in time so that, they could potentially try to get this finished before, with their House majority on the line in November. With just days before Congress heads home for a 5-week recess, GOP lawmakers are pushing what they call Reconciliation 3.0.
Reconciliation 3.0 is an opportunity for us as the Republican Party, because we hold the White House, the Senate, and the House, to utilize a tool that is only available when you hold all three.
Congressman Jack Bergman sits on the House Budget Committee. He helped craft the $95 billion budget framework that seeks to allocate new dollars to the Pentagon, farmers, and for state election systems. The framework advanced out of committee along party lines last week. Republicans also call the budget resolution the party's
best shot at enacting our party's top priority legislation, the Save America Act.
November's coming quickly. We want to make sure that the upcoming election is safe. If you're eligible to vote, your vote is accurately counted.
The budget reconciliation process allows certain budget-related legislation to pass the Senate with a simple majority. Republicans are looking to revive key provisions of the Trump-backed Save America Act.
Who would not have voter ID?
After the bill stalled due to a lack of bipartisan support under the Senate's 60-vote filibuster.
He's scared to death that he will lose in 2026. If Trump wants to win the American people over, he ought to focus on lowering people's costs, getting rid of the chaos in administration, getting rid of the corruption.
The proposal is drawing criticism from Democrats and even some conservative hardliners because it contains no spending cuts to offset the price tag. With Republicans holding razor-thin majorities, party leaders can afford very few defections as they try to advance the budget before lawmakers leave town. Kevin, both chambers, the House and Senate, will have to consider and approve the budget framework before the actual legislation can be constructed and voted on. Now, if Republicans can keep their conference united and unified to clear the framework this week, it would then head over to the Senate. Unlike the House, the Senate is in session throughout the first week of August. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that movement as well. But again, a lot to get done just ahead of those fall midterms. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much, as always. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Kelly will give us more details on these storms in the Upper Peninsula. And later, Jim Koski has a surefire conversation starter to tell us about. He'll have your life in the 906. We'll be right back.
I'm Tony DeCopel. The CBS Evening News is the story of America one day at a time.
I'm Tony.
While we cover a lot of ground, we also stick to the basics. What's real?
Do you ever get scared?
Yeah. And what's important.
I'm just asking you why you're here and what your message is.
Success for us is not how much we pack into a show, but how much you take away from it. And we'll always end with the good stuff, something to remind you that there's a lot of life out there beyond the headlines. So join me. This is the CBS Evening News.
From the new thriller, one battle after another. Regina Hall, Chase Infinity, and Tiana Taylor. And they give us the giggles.
Like, babe, stop.
She's still in it. What's there right there right now?
Hurt, pain.
Plus, a little man lifts us up.
Live life like it's your last day.
You are speaking on J-Hud.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
Sweet Marquette is such a fun little shop with so much to choose from. With the help of their amazing staff, my family and I found the perfect hand-scooped candy, homemade fudge, and even a few unique gifts we didn't expect to fall in love with. They were so friendly and patient with us the whole time. If you're looking for something sweet or a one-of-a-kind gift, Sweet Marquette truly has it all. I highly recommend you stop in and visit them on Washington Street in downtown Marquette. You won't be disappointed.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk Furniture in Marquette, there's hot buys for July. There's big discounts on Flex Steel Power Lift recliners, up to 60% off. This one's just $6.99. You'll save $350 on this power reclining sofa. This big sectional with the chase is just $11.99. Or how about a leather swivel chair for just $4.99? This new mattress here, there's big discounts on Serta. The Tempur-Pedic Breeze is on sale too, up to $1,000 off. You'll save on Stearns & Foster and Sealy too. Shop Shunks in Marquette today.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We are seeing some very active and unsettled weather across the Upper Peninsula, where you can basically just see these storms have been booming as soon as we get, all of those things coming together. The heating of the day, those temperatures were close to the upper 80s and even lower 90s out into the areas where these storms started. So we are looking at a big tornado watch. That is the yellow portion here. This is through the rest of the day, so through midnight, and then the orange is severe thunderstorm warnings. And of course, we have a few different tornado warnings to talk about. And I want to just stress the importance of you don't have to wait until you see a tornado. A tornado warning means take shelter, because these storms are either capable of producing a tornado at any second, or there could already be one. You just don't want to risk it. You don't want to wait for that confirmation. And regardless if there's a tornado or not, there is flying debris, there is hail. All of those things are very impactful if you are caught outside. So especially for us into north central Marquette County at this point, and into other portions like Iron, Dickinson, and Delta counties, these are very impactful areas when it comes to these storms. They are packing a punch, not necessarily with those straight line winds, but we're of course seeing some rotation. That's why we have the tornado warnings issued, and they are throughout the next 15 or 30 minutes. So this is a quickly moving system, but it's still a good amount of time that you need to especially be careful for. So severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, this is down into southern Marquette County through Dickinson, Iron, and Delta County. But this area right here into north central Marquette County kind of looked like it popped out of nowhere. Of course, those pop-up storms do happen for a reason. It's not ever that pop-up random, but any of those gray areas that you see, that's radar indicated hail. So again, even if there is not a confirmed tornado on the ground, we can't even confirm that until days later by the National Weather Service. So take shelter immediately if you do have these tornado warnings, because we are seeing very strong storms at this point continuing over the next 15 to 30 minutes, especially in those areas. So of course, remember to get into a sturdy building, get down to the lowest portion of your home, and cover up your head and body especially. And if you're outside, try to get, pull over to the side of the road. Don't be in the middle of the road if at all possible. This is, I know it seems like it popped up out of nowhere, but we do have this tornado watch, which means conditions are favorable for a few of these pop-up severe thunderstorm warnings, and now we are getting those tornado warnings embedded in there. So the Marquette County, Baraga, and Houghton one, it is diminishing. Originally this was a bigger area for the tornado warning, but it keeps diminishing, which tells us that it's becoming a less and less strong area, but it is also moving out into the open water. The storm is moving southeast, so it very well could go into the Munising area. So if you are in Munising, please stay extra vigilant, because we may see, actually that flashing right there does indicate a new severe thunderstorm warning. So we are seeing those strong winds, and the hail may even see that tornado risk creep down into that area. So people in Munising, you now have that severe thunderstorm warning, and I'll check in on final weather to see exactly how long that is. So to recap, we have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings across various areas of the Upper Peninsula. It's best to just stay inside and especially wait until the system passes. We have much colder air from the system on the way for tomorrow.
Kelly, thank you very much. And coming up next on your 19 News, more confusion about the cyclosporiasis outbreak. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine, how much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-859-0084.
Lansing is drowning in waste, and we are drowning in taxes. Career politicians can't change Lansing. They never have. It's time for a remarkable outsider, Perry Johnson. Perry grew up in a tiny home, then worked 24/7 building his companies that help save the American automobile industry, bringing quality and efficiency that rival the world. Quality and efficiency, just what Michigan state government needs now. Perry will audit every state agency, root out corruption and waste. He'll eliminate the state income tax, reform property taxes, and put the money back in your pockets where it belongs. 4747. Perry's the outsider who will get government out of our way and unleash the greatest from our people. Unlike career politicians, Perry Johnson will accomplish what he promises. Morning will soon dawn once again in Michigan.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The cyclospore confusion is not over. While lettuce that was shipped to more than half of the country has been recalled, there are questions if it is the source of the illness, reported in more than 30 states now. Jared Hill has more from New York.
The FDA says while the lettuce it tested from Taylor Farms was a false positive, the agency is still investigating those products out of Mexico as a possible source of the cyclospora outbreak that's infected thousands of people.
Took a chance and got the regular taco with the lettuce and cheese.
This Taco Bell customer didn't get what he ordered.
Nope, it's not there. Just cheese and the meat.
That's because Taco Bell, like Walmart and other companies, removed iceberg lettuce and salad mix products from Taylor Farms as a precaution.
Some people were saying on social media that it was like a real problem. So I was like, you know what? Let me change what I get from like places like Chipotle or like Cava that have lettuce.
The FDA is still testing samples, but says there's overwhelming epidemiological data supporting the voluntary recall.
There is massive confusion.
Connecticut Democrat Senator Richard Blumenthal is demanding answers from the CDC.
The combination here of incompetence, no accountability, no transparency, no confidence is a recipe for disaster.
Michigan is the epicenter of the outbreak with more than 6,100 cases.
Outside of cooking it, there is no kill step other than it being properly cleaned. We have to trust where we're buying our produce from in this case.
Cyclospora is a parasite that can contaminate fresh produce and cause debilitating diarrhea. Symptoms can take as long as 2 weeks to appear and can last even longer.
Typically, there are only a few hundred cases of cyclosporiasis every year in the U.S. The illness is rarely fatal. Now, as we continue to follow this severe weather across the Upper Peninsula, let's check back in with Kelly Rowland. Kelly, has there been any changes since we last saw you?
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Things are changing pretty quickly with these storms itself. They have come, it seems, out of nowhere, but they really have brought a good amount of rain and hail. This is a look at our downtown Marquette 19 News Skycam. We are seeing a good amount of hail, not just for us here, but in any of those places that you do see the severe thunderstorm warnings in the orange and the tornado warning in the red. The only tornado warning we have at this point is the smaller one from before. It's still into the central portions of Marquette County, and the risk for this, along along with the new severe thunderstorm warning into the Munising area into Alger County, is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. So that is very impactful for not only those of you caught outside, but this could cause damage to the siding of your house, your roofs, your car. So make sure to take shelter if you do have those tornado warnings and the severe thunderstorm warnings. Even the southern Marquette County storm approaching Delta County at this point has a pretty good hail core. So we are seeing those things continuing, like the strong winds and the hail. I'll continue to have updates anytime on social media if we're not on air. Make sure to take shelter. And again, I'll have another update for you at another point in the show. Kevin, back to you.
Kelly, thank you very much. And Jim Koski has your life in the 906 when we come back, plus relatives and community members remember the lives lost in the Barnes-Hecker mining disaster. We'll be right back.
It's time to travel through time.
Big Brother 28 is going to be a trip.
Use your time wisely. Big Brother is all new. CBS Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And streaming on Paramount Plus.
Dating these days kinda sucks.
Max, these are my parents.
If he hurts her, we eat him.
Sure thing, Charles.
Wait, what? Eternally Yours. New series Thursday, October 8th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
Live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Get an 11% rebate on your outdoor project at Menards. Create a beautiful border for your landscape with durable concrete blocks. Check out our great selection of styles and colors in stock and ready to take home today. Get this interlock edger for a value of 99 cents each after rebate. Forever Green Turf Food promotes a thick green lawn. This 32-pound bag covers 10,000 square feet for long-lasting results. Get Turf Food on sale now, plus an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
We know that everybody loves me. We also know that everybody loves Raymond. But did you know everybody loves his brother and his wife and his parents too? It's a family everybody can love.
Everything you could want in one show.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
Jim, good evening, sir. Well, besides the weather, tell us what this surefire conversation starter is.
Well, you know, when you don't deal with tornado warnings and thunderstorm warnings, Kevin, you find out that Youpers are actually really easy to talk to. For instance, last week you could go up to a total stranger, make a comment about fire smoke, and then spend the next half hour chatting with your new best friend. But if you ever need to start a conversation with someone when there's not smoke in the air, simply ask this question. What's worse, black flies, no-see-ums, or mosquitoes? Now, I don't care if you're asking a person who's taken a vow of silence. Every single individual who lives in the UP has an opinion. And the great thing about the question, there's no wrong answer. I mean, if you say black flies, you're right because they're huge, they're vicious, and they spoil the day at the beach. No-see-ums are the same way, except they're tiny and vicious and treat you like their own personal smorgasbord. If you were to ask me, though, I would probably answer the state bird of the UP, the mosquito. There are scientists who say the world would be a better place if certain species of mosquitoes were eradicated. And unless you're a fan of malaria and dengue fever, you'd probably agree, especially if you live in the UP. I mean, not only is it a pain dousing yourself with bug spray or spending the afternoon swatting the buggers away, but I personally think mosquitoes are worse than black flies or no-see-ums because of this. I double dare anyone in the UP to tell me there's not a more aggravating or irritating sound than the one you get when you go to bed, turn off the lights, and then hear because you know you won't be getting to sleep anytime soon. Now, I wish there was a magical way to box the mosquitoes up and send them to Wisconsin, but until that happens, I guess we're stuck with them and perhaps the one and only thing mosquitoes are good for, being part of the question for which every single Yooper has an answer. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
Jim, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. 100 years later, the memories of the Barnes-Hecker mine disaster are still very much alive. On November 3rd, 1926, 51 men lost their lives when the Barnes-Hecker mine collapsed in Ely Township near Ishpeming, 41 of whom remain entombed in the mine to this day. Family members of the victims joined community members at the grave Sunday afternoon, sharing photos, stories, and the names of the men. Kate Corpy and Kathy Sundine are the great nieces of victim Kusta Gust Franti.
It's very important that we remember all these men that died in the Barnes-Hecker. It's wonderful that they're having this 100th year celebration.
I think it's great because it's our history and the history of our family. And I think we learn a lot, and I think it's important for our children to know about these things too.
The Barnes-Hecker 100th Anniversary Committee has events planned through November 3rd, the exact date of the disaster, and into 2027. The World Cup final brought Marquette's soccer community together yesterday afternoon with drinks and spirits. Ordoc Brewing Company packed the house for a watch party as Spain and the defending champions Argentina faced off for the world's biggest competition. Hundreds of fans, including players, families, coaches, and supporters, gathered to watch the match on the big screen, adorning Messi jerseys and playing foosball in the corner.
I've been into soccer for much of my life, and I've always kind of watched it alone. There's not many people who are as big as fans of that as I am, so it's pretty cool getting together with a bunch of people who are also big fans of the sport and know what they're talking about.
Whether your team won or lost yesterday, in Marquette, everyone was a fan. Now stay tuned. Kelly Rowland will have our much-needed final look at weather after the break.
Here I am, field trip chaperone.
Before helping prevent migraine with Qulipta, it was hard keeping plans.
And look at me now.
You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making more zero migraine days possible to help give that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic. Stop taking and get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, lip, or tongue swelling, itching, or rash. Tell your doctor about increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes.
Ask your doctor about Qulipta to help prevent migraine.
Anything that's wrong with America can be fixed by what's right in America. We are defined more by our shared values and our differences, and we're having a conversation about how.
We started back in 1913. Grandfather would go from door to door on a cart selling dry goods. It's great seeing people actually coming in saying, you know, my grandfather waited on you. We offer a wide selection of La-Z-Boy recliners, Smith Brothers Amish furniture. We also offer a wide selection of appliances, all with free delivery, and we'll set it up where you'd like. Being able to help the customer and satisfy what they're looking for in their house, making it the place that they want to be, has been one of the most rewarding things.
Sundays on MeTV.
On Sunday. Like on TV?
It's Aaron Spelling Sundays.
On Sunday.
Featuring 4 memorable shows from the legendary Hollywood producer.
That's Sunday on television.
It's Charlie's Angels.
The Bosley People. Hello.
Heart to Heart.
We can have a heart-to-heart talk.
Fantasy Island.
That's one fantasy I've never considered.
And The Love Boat.
Like on a boat? Yes, like on a boat.
Aaron Spelling Sundays.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
Everybody loves Raymond on MeTV, especially me, because Mother loves best.
Nobody makes cake like you.
And nobody eats it like you.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
And a final check of your forecast. I'm monitoring these severe storms, and now we have multiple tornado warnings continuing. They have just been developing and strengthening as they move through the Upper Peninsula. So we now have another tornado warning into Alger County and through Marquette County, and the one still remains down into Delta County. And I am a little concerned with this rotation. If you are into especially the northern portions of Alger County, we are seeing strong winds, large hail, up to ping pong ball size hail. I know most of this is over the open waters at this point, so it could even be a water spout, but that could make landfall and be very impactful for those of you on land. And this is a pretty good hail core down into Delta and Menominee counties. This tornado warning now until 7 p.m. Eastern time. So remember, if you are under these severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings, you need to take shelter immediately. I am seeing a good amount of rotation, especially with this one into Marquette and Alger County. It is pivotal that you take this seriously. Have multiple ways to get watches and warnings on your phone, and if I'm not on air, I'll have updates for you constantly on our social media pages.
That sounds good, Kelly. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. That is all the time we have for right now. Everyone, please check in with our social media pages to stay up to date on these storms. We will have more coming up at 11:10 Central. See you then.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopo. The breaking news right now.